If the BBI bill passes in Parliament and later in the June referendum, the system of government could highly be disrupted to suit the new proposed structure in the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020. Analysts and legal pundits saying Kenyans will be ruled under a partial parliamentary system similar to South Africa's form of government. To qualify the new system proposed in the BBI bill, Senator James Orengo in a BBI views collection sitting by Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, JLAC, said, and I quote, "The larger executive form of government, exclusion of the president and deputy, will sit in parliament in form of cabinet ministers and deputies and prime minister and his or her two deputies." Pundits, however, argue that Parliament could be hampered in its mandate to oversight the executive, since cabinet ministers and their deputies will have a vote each to rubber stamp agendas of the executive in Parliament.
If Parliament, the National Assembly, on 2 attempts, does not get to approve the choice of a minister, that the president can do that by himself, by nominating any other member.
A section of parliamentarians, however, argue that the House will properly check the executive by holding to account cabinet ministers on the floor of the House.
I think it would be very, very difficult for that bill not to be passed in Parliament, considering that it has been passed in over 43 counties.
The head of state will choose at most 22 cabinet ministers, as is in the Constitution, and on top are deputy ministers, prime ministers, and 2 deputies on the list as proposed in the BBI, majority of whom will be members of Parliament. The JLAC members have reportedly requested to postpone the tabling of the bill in Parliament on Tuesday after failing to strike a consensus on contentious issues, the delimitation of boundaries among them.
We have no jurisdiction, we have no mandate to change even a comma or anything.
I'd beseech you that we give as much latitude as possible, so long as the views are on the bill.
The committee members are torn between whether the Popular Initiative Bill overrides the constitutional mandating the IEBC to solely decide on where to add new constituencies.
There's going to be a debate that we're going to have at a certain stage, whether or not we can amend the bill. I think we are going to make that decision as a committee.
Matters that we want to converse, this committee cannot change the bill. Bill is piloted by the 2 promoters.
Whether an amicable solution will be found between now and the time Parliament reconvenes on Tuesday remains to be seen. Giverson Maina, K24, Nairobi.